Hey there, I'm going to do a quick video demonstration for you of the things that we covered our first week in class at Durham Kennel Club, Intro to Agility. This is my assistant here, Puck, and he's going to help go through some of the exercises with you. We're going to talk about restrained recalls, get it, touch, and target work. Okay, so let's start with restrained recalls. I'm going to just talk you through this one since I don't have somebody to actually restrain Puck for me. But basically, make sure you start out by looking at the chart from on the agility cues from Linda Mecklenburg. I'll send you a copy of that as well as a copy of the video. So look at that first so you understand, you get an idea of what the different agility cues are and how we're going to start to work on those. But basically, what you want to do is get somebody to restrain your dog for you. We don't want them to be in any sort of start position. They don't need to be in a sit. We really want them to be getting nice and excited. You can have the person that's holding the dog kind of, rev them up and encourage them to move forward. And while they are doing that, what you're going to do is start to walk away. We want you to use those cues of looking at your dog slightly over your shoulder, using a little bit of eye contact, and then have on some word, you can just call their name, have the person restraining your dog release them and let them run to you, and you reward from hand. So what that's going to look like is you're going to have a piece of food in your hand as they're released. And you want them to start work both on your left side and on your right. But they're going to come to you. You're going to keep your food here. Just ignore Puck because he isn't doing it right. And have them come to food low at your side. We don't want them to be coming straight to you in the front. We want them to be coming from your side. And you want to make sure that you work this from both sides with the dog on your left and the dog on your right. So let me see if he will attempt to be in a stay. Wait. So it'll look a little bit like this. Wait. Break. There you go. So you want them to come to their side and you reward them. We'll do it again on the right. Wait. Wait. Break. And you start building up the distance and building up the speed more and more. And then you add what's called a post turn. And when you add your post turn, you want to make sure that you're cueing deceleration. You're going to be running quickly and then slowing down to make that tight turn and let them follow you keep the cookie in your hand and reward them with the cookie once they've done the turn. So that's going to look like this. Wait. Break. Good. We want to see them make a nice tight turn around us. Wait. Wait. Uh-oh, what happened to your weight? Wait. Wait. Break. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Okay, that's what the restrain on recall looks like. The next thing we're going to be working on is get it. And get it is basically allowing them to go for a reward on the ground. Again, don't put a verbal on it initially. We're going to wait to add that verbal until we are sure that they understand the command, understand what the exercise and what they're supposed to be doing. You can do this with a dish. You can do this with a food toy. I like to do it with a food toy. This is what's called the pause pocket. It's got Velcro, it opens up. You put a piece of food in it, you can throw it, and then the dog opens it with their nose and gets the reward. It's kind of fun because you add the movement of the food instead of having them go straight to a dish, but going to the dish is perfectly fine too. So this is doing get it is gonna look like this. Hey buddy, hey Buster. So I'm gonna put a treat in this pause pocket. I'm gonna hold on to his collar. I'm gonna toss this out, and I'm just gonna rev him up and say, you ready? Ready? Let him go. No command yet. You can start adding the command once your dog is consistently running to that toy with excitement. Again, make sure you're working both left and right sides. Look at that. Look at that. Get it. Yay. See, I'm giving him the verbal because he knows this exercise. But again, don't add the verbal until you're sure that they understand what they're doing, okay? All right, so that's get it. Each of these exercises, you want to slowly increase the difficulty, which means putting the bowl further and further away or throwing the toy further and further to make it more challenging for them to do. In addition, you want to do it in different places. Do it in the living room, do it in the kitchen, do it in the garage, do it in the backyard. Each increasing the difficulty level and encouraging them to generalize the behavior. All right. Next we will do target. And target behavior is something that we will use when we start to talk about doing contacts, doing end behavior on the different contact obstacles like the dog walk, the teeter, and the A-frame. So all we're doing right now is we're taking a little lid. You can use a cottage cheese lid. You can use this as a dog food lid. Use something that contrasts to the color of whatever surface that you're on so that it's easy for the dog to see. And all we're trying to do is get them to have value for this target. So we're just going to start by putting it on the floor. And if the dog goes over to explore it and thinks it's cool, then we're going to put a treat there. And we can tell them that they're good. We can say, yay, good job. But again, no verbal cue to this yet. Good. Good job. Good. Good. And they can put their nose on it. They can touch it with their paw. Basically, we're just trying to see that they are recognizing that there's value in this target. And you can see he's played this game already. Good. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Good job. Oh, your treats are messy. Messy treats. Good. Good boy. Good. And then once they're comfortable doing that, once they're seeing that, wow, this little plastic lid gets me all kinds of prizes, then we step it up a little bit. Come here, bud. And we're gonna restrain him and move the target out here. Now the key on this and the key on the last part too is no movement from you. We don't want you to step toward it. We don't want you to walk toward it in any way. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to lean a little bit to put the treat there, but we want him to find that target with any cued movement from us, okay? Good boy. Good boy. Nice job. Ooh, got a piece stuck in my hand. Good, nice job. Notice I'm not putting food on the target. I'm letting him go to the target and then I put food on it. Because if I just put food out there, then that's a lure. That's not actually teaching him that the target itself has value. Good boy, good boy. See, easy peasy. They have a lot of fun with this. Yes, good job, good job. All right, and then the last one we're going to work on is the touch command. And touch is to help teach them value for your hand. When you look at those agility cues, excuse me, from Linda Mecklenburg, you'll see that one of the things that we need to teach them is, you know, signals to come to our hand or to send them, you know, by putting our hand forward, coming to our hand by bringing it into us, meaning a tight turn. Excuse me. So we want to start by teaching them value to coming to our hand. So with teaching them touch, you're going to just start by holding your hand up and waiting for them to come to your hand and see, you know, most dogs are going to do that because they're used to getting treats from your hand. And when they do, then you're going to reward them from your other hand. So it's going to look like this. Yes, good boy. I'm saying yes because yes is my cue, is my word for telling them you're going to get food from my hand, okay? Yes. Make sure that they actually touch your hand. You want to wait till they actually touch. They don't have to slam into it, but you do actually want them to touch your hand. Yes. The one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to move your hand toward your dog. So you don't want it to look like this. Okay, that's not a touch. We want the dog to come to you. And if they don't do it right away, don't worry about it, go somewhere quiet, just keep your hand close to their nose, wait it out, and as soon as they make that little touch, yes, and reward from hand, and they catch on to this very quickly. Once they are doing it quickly, just like we had with the Get It game, once they are responding to it very quickly, then you can add your verbal. My verbal is touch. Any of these commands, you can call them whatever you want. If touch doesn't work for you, that's fine, but it'll start to look like this. Touch, yes. Touch, yes. And then you can switch hands. Touch, yes. Touch, yes. Touch, yes. And then you can start moving your hand around. You can start moving with the dog, but this very quickly adds value to coming to hand. I hope that all makes sense. If it doesn't, feel free to email me and let me know, and we'll send you another video next week. Thanks.